Today, I'm going to be taking you through the 5 things that you need to know when buying a house. And whether or not you're a first-time home buyer, this is going to pertain to you. But stick around for the last one, because that one, there's a lot of people over the recent years that have been completely neglecting it, and I feel is one of the most important aspects when buying a home. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in Cleveland, Ohio area. I work with buyers, sellers, investors in all their residential needs, specializing in upsizing and the new builds. If you have any questions about buying a house or need any information pertaining to the real estate market here in Cleveland, find my calendar link below in the description. I also have all my contact information. And please hit that subscribe button. There's a lot of great content coming your way. You're not going to want to miss out. So with that, let's get into the 5 things that you need to know when buying a house. So number 1 on the list is going to be save for a down payment. Now you may ask yourself, how much do I need? There's a lot of misconception out there. Everybody always feels it's 20%. They hear 20%. Well, it's not the case. 20% is good because you can get rid of the private mortgage insurance on a conventional loan, not on FHA. That's on there the life of the loan. But in reality, FHA loan is 3.5% down is the minimum. Conventional loan, it's actually 3% down for the minimum. And if you're a veteran and you qualify for a VA loan, you don't have to put anything down. It is 0%. So that is a huge perk for the VA loans that are out there. But overall, you don't need to have 20% like you may have heard from many sources. Also, don't forget about the potential of closing cost. You need to factor that in as well, along with your down payment, because closing cost will be added money. There's buyers, sellers, they all pay closing cost. There's a chance for you to be, as a buyer, to potentially ask for closing costs, but it's not guaranteed. So have that in mind with the down payment. So number 2 on the list is going to be your needs and wants. You're going to want to write down all your needs in one section, all your wants in the other section. Whatever you put in the needs section, do not veer away from that. That is what you absolutely want. You don't want to buy a house that you're going to hate a year down the road because it doesn't have XYZ. So focus on your needs primarily. Your wants will come in, and if there's something out there that checks off those want boxes, that's just a bonus for you if it's in your budget. But ultimately, you got to figure out, where you're at in your stage of life. Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you an upsizer? Are you downsizing? You got to see where you're at, what you need to go to, and really, dial in your criteria of what you need to find. You also want to pay attention to the different areas. Are you set on just one city? Are you set on multiple cities? Narrow down exactly where you want to be to help your search along, so then you're not paying attention to random stuff that you don't like, and it just becomes overwhelming and not a fun experience. Also, pay attention to the land. How much land do you want or need? Do you got to have, 3, 4, 5 acres? Or do you want low maintenance? There's homes out there where they will take care of all the lawn maintenance for you. Some of them even do the flower beds. So really dive into your needs and wants, get them listed out, ready to go before you start having those conversations with your agent. Which leads me into number 3, find an agent. This is the point where you're going to want to find an agent after you have your needs and wants laid out. You know exactly what you're looking for. To an extent, it will change as you start going around, but you have a good idea of what you're looking for. And interview the agents. Not every single one of us is going to suit you. You're not going to trust someone. You're not going to be comfortable with someone. It happens. It's perfectly all right. It doesn't mean the agent's a bad agent. You're just kind of not vibing with them. I see it all the time, and I tell people all the time, if you're not comfortable with me, if you don't feel you can trust me, let me know. No hard feelings. It does not hurt me in any way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, you need to be comfortable with who you have representing you in the biggest investment of your life. So do the research, do your homework, interview the agents, see how you feel, go through a few of them. It's not always the newest, it's not always the veteran agent, it's not always the top sales agent. It varies between everybody. There's a lot of great agents that are out there. You just got to find the one that is going to be the best fit for you. Number 4 on the list, this one may be controversial to some, but I go with the pre-approval. So after you go through all this process, you find yourself the proper agent to work with. Now you're going to want to look to get the pre-approval. And I say find an agent first because there's a lot that goes involved with different lenders that are out there. There's, they have their closing costs, their commission fees. There's different perks for each one of the lenders. And a lot of times, I can't speak for all agents that are out there. I can speak for myself and a couple others that I know. We have some preferred lenders that we work with all the time because we know them, we trust them. They take care of our clients, which obviously become their clients as well. So it just makes the experience overall that much more satisfying. So this is why I put this after find an agent, is you got to get the pre-approval, see where your budget is at. Now, a key factor when you get that pre-approval letter, let's just say, for instance, it's $300,000 is what the bank, the mortgage company is going to lend you. That doesn't mean you have to go up to $300,000. You could talk to the lender, you can get a rough estimate, you could even give them the exact address, and they can get pretty close ballpark of what your monthly payment's going to be. Figure out what monthly payment suits you and you're comfortable with. It has nothing to do with anybody else. This is your money, this is your house. Figure out what you're comfortable with, and just know you don't necessarily have to just automatically use $300,000 or your cap limit on your mortgage. If you can get it less on the buying side, that is fantastic. That is like the ultimate goal, is not to top out of what the bank is going to give you, because obviously that's going to put more money in your pocket at the end of every month. And now for the very last one, my biggest pet peeve of the whole buying process that I've seen over the past few years is the home inspection. Believe it or not, there's been multiple people that are completely waiving a home inspection. And chances are likely, if you do that, you won't have it done when you take the keys. So you never know what's going on with that house. Consider the home inspection like an annual doctor's checkup. It's basically you are getting the ins and outs, all the information on that home itself. Now, I get it. It's competitive out there. You got to try and do everything you can to actually win the offer, or get the seller to agree to your offer, especially if there's some multiples that are coming in. An option that you can do is informational purposes only, which basically it takes the seller out of having the worry of potential fixes to the house. You are telling, Mr. or Miss Seller or Mr. and Mrs. Seller that you are willing to purchase the house, but you want to get a home inspection done just so you know what you're getting into, and you're not going to ask them to fix anything. So that can be very beneficial depending on your market, depending on the house you're putting an offer in. It could win you that offer. Now, keep in mind, with the home inspections, it's only for your benefit as a buyer. You don't know if there's going to be mold in the attic unless you get up in the attic. You don't know if there's going to be, any type of shingle damage. I mean, I'm personally, I'm not climbing up on a roof when I go on a home showing. I don't just have my ladder sitting out and just climb up on the roof and check the shingles. They are going to do that. A home inspection is going to check the roof and the integrity of it. They're going to keep an eye on every little detail they see. You could get them to where they can scan the house for moisture to see if there's any type of water that is, not seen and you don't even know about. You could have them check for mold if there's a finished basement behind the walls. They do radon tests. That's a huge one. That's a cancer-causing agent. Get the radon tests that are done as part of that home inspection. There's so many different variables. It is for your benefit, for your safety. Do the home inspections one way or another, whether you want to go about it the old-fashioned way and possibly have the sellers needing to fix something if there's a health hazard of some sort, or if you want to do it for informational purposes only. I've had it done both ways. You don't want to come into this blind. It can cost a lot of money without you knowing what is wrong with the house, because there's gonna be something. Whether it's a brand new build, an existing home, have a home inspection done. Trust me on this. Even in new construction, home inspectors will find something that is not up to code or something that is wrong. It happens. So there you have it, guys. That's the 5 things that you need to know when buying a house. If you got anything out of this, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you've ever waived a home inspection, let me know how it went for you, or if you've got it done after you took the keys. I'd love to hear that feedback as well. If you have any questions related to the buying process or the selling process, anything real estate in general, you can book a call with me. I got my calendar link in the description down low. I also have all my contact information in there where you can directly contact me. Don't forget, smash that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated to help my videos out. Also, hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on. You're not gonna wanna miss out on all the great content that I have coming your way. There's a lot of good information that I have for you. So until then, we'll catch you on the next one.